Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. I say welcome back, but the last time we did a, quote, Let's Play style video for Final Fantasy XI, at least one that wasn't themed around the Final Fantasy count-up, must have been 2014, I think actually 2015 was when I revisited the game for one of my favorite videos on my channel, and one that's very representative of Final Fantasy XI, the Quest for Leaping Lizzie. If you want to see all those videos from years ago, be sure to check out the playlist in the description. But I wanted to bring this back. I'm doing, or reviving, I should say, my Let's Play series for Final Fantasy XIV as well. Mostly because there's a lot of things that I like talking about with both of these games, and I've had a recent set of revisiting for Final Fantasy XI. After some rough times in my life, Final Fantasy XI's kind of helped take me back to a time when things were a little bit simpler, and the nostalgic feel has been something that's been comforting to me on rougher evenings and rougher days overall. So I want to show my appreciation for that and how this game has been helping me in harder times of my life by reviving a Let's Play series. And instead of covering all the old things we might be nostalgic about, of course we will have episodes that are like that. Instead, I want to cover things that are new and things that are being added to the game. A Let's Play could be as simple as talking about some of the new stuff that was added, which there was just a patch today as I'm making this video, or it could be showing off something that I haven't tried yet or haven't really dived too much into. It could be just farming an item for 30 minutes or trying to get an item over the course of 30 minutes to an hour. So there's plenty of options, I feel. Although keep in mind, anytime I click out, I think the frame rate for the game drops massively. It happens with Final Fantasy XIV as well, so it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. So for this video, I want the first return to this to be kind of short, and thus I want to take care of something that I need to take care of every month in this game, and it's something that was just added in the August patch. Well, they do a monthly patch still for Final Fantasy XI. It's mostly little stuff, but they have had some more significant things in the past couple of months, including the recent addition of new Relic, Mythic, Empyrean, and Ionic augments, which was just actually the patch today, versus stuff like what we're going to look at today, the Silver A.M.A.N. Trove. Now, there's a lot of things I could go out of my way to explain on how this Silver A.M.A.N. thing actually works, but all you really need to know is how the Records of Eminence systems work. So Records of Eminence is basically a series of repeatable and non-repeatable quests that cover the vast majority of content in the game itself. I'm actually going to bump up the audio a wee bit, just because I think it is a little bit on the lower side. And with that, they've been adding a bunch of new objectives, a bunch of reasons to go back to older objectives, and some new objectives overall. So as you can see, like tutorial, basics, first step forward is, you learn what the Records of Eminence is, and then you have stuff for doing artifact quests and level cap increases and expanding your storage and the different story missions. So there's a lot of things to cover here, and honestly, this is among some of the most important stuff you would do if you were playing the game brand new or with a new character in 2018. One of the things that was added last month is the A.M.A.N. Trove, which we've been calling the Silver A.M.A.N. Trove because we've had Copper A.M.A.N. vouchers in Final Fantasy XI for quite some time. The A.M.A.N. Trove is basically a set of monthly objectives, hence what the M means, which allows you to pretty much test your luck to see if you can get some super rare loot. So I'm going to show off what that is, and to do that, we have to head our way over to Juno. And we're going to test our luck in this video, see if it pans out, if it doesn't pan out, and let's just say I'm 2 out of 3 for successes here, but the tides can really turn either way, so I'm pretty open to something going terribly wrong in this video, and in which case you'll get to hilariously see me die. Also, with Records of Eminence, since I notice a very good one is available right now, they give you objectives every 4 hours that rotate. There's a set list of how they rotate. And, can I get this one? And, no, I don't really need to go that high. And you can kind of see there's the gain experience one in my little announcement section right there. That's just literally the gain experience. That's the best one. I need to take care of that. But anyway, so for this A.M.A.N. Trove thing, I think you need to have a character that's been level 99 for something like 45 or 60 days. I don't know the exact requirement. But once you've met that requirement, you go to content, you go to A.M.A.N. Troves in your Records of Eminence, and here are a bunch of monthly objectives that we need to do. Now, the very first one is the most basic one you should do, and it's to speak to this guy, Grayson, in Lower Juno. Now, in order to even unlock this, I believe you need to complete a tutorial mission exploring the Trove here under the basics, and that'll ask you to come introduce yourself to here also. 45 days or more since the character creation and your main job needs to be 99. So you need both of those things done right there. And he basically gives you a rundown of how all that stuff works. But every month we can activate that one record of eminence, and we can come over here, talk to him, and it'll give us what's called a Mars Orb. It's also a free 5,000 limit points, 5,000 capacity points, and 1,500 sparks of eminence. But the Mars Orb is the big prize that we came here for. Now, Mars Orbs are one of 2 new orbs that are part of the Aman Trove feature. With the Mars Orbs, you can trade them to a BCNM in one of the 3 original Beastman camps. So I think the names, it's been a while, so let me see if I remember them. You have Bulgus DS, you have Horley's Peak, and you have... I can't remember the last one. I remember all 3 of the zones, Gideus Palboro and Gelsba Outpost / Ugot Grotto, but one of those names is slipping my mind. But either way, we have that orb and we can go trade it to one of those 3 BCNMs, and it'll trigger an encounter that has a 1 in 10 chance of just screwing you immediately. Now, that monthly Mars Orb is not the only Mars Orb that you can get. You can also purchase silver A.M.A.N vouchers, 5 of them in a given month. You can't really see it because, unfortunately, because I'm trying to block my chat, there's Yell chat, there's Link Shell chat, and I'm trying to keep that out. You can't see, but I can actually purchase 5 of those silver A.M.A.N vouchers. Now, on top of that, all those other monthly objectives that I showed you in the Records of Eminence under Content and Aman Trove, each of these gives you a silver A.M.A.N voucher as well. So you can buy 5, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have a total of 15 of these per month. Now, if we go and talk to Grayson right here, we find out that, and of course you can't see it again, but you can either buy another Mars Orb for 6 or a Venus Orb for 10. Now, the fail rate of the Mars Orb and the Venus Orb is the same. There's a 1 in 10 chance of you instantly failing, or I guess failing at any point, because you'll understand more when we actually get into it. But the Venus Orb has a better chance of giving you rarer loot. And there's some incredibly rare loot in there that is just straight up end game content loot. Stuff that can sell for millions, stuff that could be 1% drop rates, but people have been reporting getting these super rare items. And so it's something that every month now people are adding to their rotation of things that they like to make sure they get done. So we're not going to exchange for any of those. I've got 3 left over from last month, and I have the ability to get another 15. So I could technically do 4 Mars Orbs this month, or I could grab 1 Venus Orb and another Mars Orb and then have 2 left over for next month as well. So I'm not sure how I'll handle that yet. But we're going to go over to... I guess it doesn't really matter which one we go to. I'll go to Gideus. I guess we'll go to Saruta Baruta. We'll go to Gideus. We'll teleport there. I'm sure some of you haven't seen footage on this game in quite some time are probably pretty shocked that I can use the home points to teleport. It's something that's been around for a little while now at this point, but it's something that as a new character, obviously you have to adventure to each of them for the first time, and then after that, having the access to teleport. It's not the only way to teleport around the map. There's a lot of ways to get around the map right now. But it's the way that we are going to use specifically to get here. This should be Bulgus Diaz? What's the name of the other one? This is Bulgus Diaz. Horley's Peak is the Ugot Grotto one. Maybe I should have gone to Palboro. Walgaroon Shrine. Is that the name? I think Walgaroon Shrine is the last one. No, that sounds like the one from... No, that's Kubia Arena. Yeah, no, Walgaroon Shrine. That should be the one. So we come here, we go to the Burning Circle, and we trade the Mars Orb. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm doing this alone when I have a 1 in 10 chance of losing. I'll explain it once we actually get inside. Because it's definitely a question that I'm sure some people have. In regards to, wait, Haps, why are you doing this solo? So once we enter, we walk forward to the actual boss arena, and we're going to see 10 treasure chests. Now, 9 of these treasure chests contain loot, and that loot can be something super minor, or it could be something super major from like endgame content. One of these 10 is a mimic, and that mimic instantly pulls everyone in and uses Thwack. Shout out to the Dragon Quest call out. That will instantly KO anybody that doesn't have the re-raise effect on. However, even if you do survive with the re-raise effect, that thing is monstrously difficult to the point where it's supposed to enact an instant fail. There have been some people who have actually killed that mimic, and all they've discovered is that upon defeating the mimic, this treasure chest, which whenever you open it instantly ends the beat. If I were to open it right now, I'd get nothing. If you open that, though, it's what instantly ends the BCNM, regardless how many chests. So I can open as many chests as I want, but as soon as I either get a Mimic or open that gold chest, it's over. Because there's no way I'm going to survive. Even if I have buffs up, doesn't matter. If I don't have re-raise, it's instantly killing me. Even if I do, it casts Death, and it can cast Thwack again. So, moment of truth. I'm going to start with this one. And it says that you hear a noise as if large amounts of spoils spontaneously appeared. Now, that's kind of like a moderate amount of loot. The messages you're specifically looking for before you open that gold chest in the middle is you hear a thud or a loud thud. Those are the super rare pieces of loot, and if you have a Venus orb, they're far more likely to be obtained. Now, it's not to say that the spontaneous loot can't be good. I'm sure it could be worth several hundred K. It could be worth barely anything. But I'm not going to do that until I see thud or loud thud. So there's a very high probability now, because now there's a 1 in 9 chance of me instantly losing. And I kind of hope it happens just so you guys can see it. Okay, another large amount of spoils spontaneously appeared. 1 in 8 now. Let's try this one. Oh, it's a large amount of spoils spontaneously appeared. Let's go this one. I actually do hope the Mimic pops up soon. Oh, I'm not getting the thud. I don't want to open another one. I don't want to open another one. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna end it, and that's gonna be how I use that one. I also get capacity points. I got 3,270 capacity points. I don't want to open anymore. I was already scary opening 4 of those things. So we are going to do that one. And I didn't really get too much. I got some frayed slacks of plenty, which is used for something else. I got befouled silver. I actually don't know how much most of this stuff is actually worth. So this is from that's from Ryzen Jima, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how much some of this other stuff is worth. Let's see. Befouled silver. Luckily, I can search it online. Befouled silver. Let's see if I got anything that was good. Since I'm not super familiar, that's Befouler silver, but you know, it's off to a good start. Befouled. Is there a reason why I don't see this? Ingot of befouled silver. Sells for 500K. Not bad at all. So I did walk away with at least one item that sells all right. Let's see what the Scarletite one sells for. Scarletite. Is that ingot? Yeah. Okay. Scarletite ingot, 400K. So I'm actually kind of happy with this. I walked away with some decent money, and you could tell, and that wasn't even from the super rare boots that I could get. What else was there? Igneous Barnacle doesn't sell for much if I recall correctly. And the frayed sacks, I mean, I can use these for augments. I'm trying to remember frayed sack of plenty. What? Frayed sack of plenty. Oh, wait, no. This is... Oh, yeah, this yields fern stones. And fern stones... Or Fernstone, I guess I should search. That pays out, they're like 2.5K a pop, so not too bad. And I can also use them for augments. So here's what we're going to do. I know you're thinking to yourself, no, Haps, we wanted to see what happens when you open the bad chest. So I'm going to make a deal with you. Now, I keep 2 characters active in Final Fantasy XI currently because the other character is my actual original character that I played back on Shiva. So I don't know, it feels bad having him inactive. He also has some useful stuff on him that I've occasionally transferred over, like a Novio earring, which, you know, can be useful still from what I hear. And he had some gil left over, so I've just left him active for the time being. He is capable of utilizing this feature. So I'm going to do a cut. I'm going to edit in me on my other character. And we'll see if we have good luck again or bad luck this time. So I'm giving you another chance to see the bad luck. So let's cut to that. Alrighty then, so on my OG character from way back in the day, and we're going to try our luck again. Oh boy. Let's see what happens. Listen, if I get lucky... You can usually send a lot of this stuff between characters. I don't know if I can send all the best stuff between characters, but at least the stuff that sells for gil just mirrors this BCNM volume like way higher than everything else. I'm gonna turn it down again after turning it back up earlier. So same deal. I decided to go to Walgreens Shrine since I insulted it by not remembering the name earlier. And we're gonna try the same thing. 1 in 10 chance of failing. I'm even going to go with the same order of treasure chests, which is very much tempting fate. All right, large amount of... I'm just going to go... Oh, wait. You hear a thud. So you know what? I'm dumb. I need to go back to the earlier part of the video because I actually wasn't reading the first word. I might have gotten a thud or a loud thud. I was reading the large amount of spoils instead of paying attention, and my cat... Aloha! Stop. Stop it. Bad cat. However, I'm a man who likes risks. Okay. Yeah, so it's either you hear a noise, you hear a thud, or you hear a loud thud. So I got a thud. I'm just going to end it and see what I actually get. Because I'm a coward. Listen, I can always make another one of these videos if I really want to. Ugh. Yeah, I should have kept opening them. I got Rawhide Boots. So the stuff I got is not very impressive. I mean, to be fair, I'm the one who ended it after only 2 because I got thud. So I got a turquoise, which is whatever. It's a gem. I got Rawhide Boots. Can I use that on anything? So those are 119 boots. Can I augment those for my Puppet Master and, like, make them useful? Can I give those, like, automaton thing? Maybe I can. I mean, those wouldn't have been hard for me to get anyway, but, yeah. So you can tell that as much as I was okay with the idea of getting another thing, I also got a worn sack of Duskdim Stones +1. I think that actually will sell okay. Not super well. I'm sorry, the stones themselves will, not the sack. But, yeah, so I did it on 2 different characters, and I could always go farm the rest. Again, I do have objectives on both the characters, so I could technically farm either of them. I also have the 5 that I can buy with Gil and do 1 more, but my cat is really annoying me, so I'm going to make this. Don't leave the carpet alone, Aloha. I'm in the middle. Stop it. Aloha, I'm leaving this in the video. What you want? Yeah, you meowing? I just fed you. Here, get out. Get out, Aloha. I'm opening the door. There you go. You want it in, you want it out. Cats, man. I'm leaving that in the recording. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to try my luck, the rest of my luck, probably not in this video, but hopefully you enjoyed visiting some of the, something that was added a little bit more recently in sort of a shorter Let's Play video for Final Fantasy XI. If you enjoyed it and you want to see some other stuff, I've got some footage of some of the more recent content, such as Dynamis Divergence, Vagary, UNMs, which is actually something that I'll need to do when I actually have time because they just made a buff to it that I feel is pretty important, and a bunch of other stuff. Then just let me know in the comment section. The goal is to release these on Wednesdays and Saturdays. However, of course, if there's not really much going on, then it would probably be pretty tough to actually do that. But there are a lot of things that I can cover, a lot of nostalgia points I can still hit, a lot of leveling I can do, some CPing, going over some of the different camps and stuff like that, and just trying to get a few points in general. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned, because we're trying to make all this content kind of regular content. That way I have time to do other stuff that's a little bit more experimental on the YouTube channel overall. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.